Hi guys, welcome to another video. In tonight's video I'm going to be throwing up some cleaning of the coupe. Hope you enjoy it. Bye for now. So I started with the Carplan Demon Machine Rapid Dirt Shifter. After reading some reviews on Auto Express, I thought this would be the best starter to try and break down the dirt and just try and do a non-contact clean on the car. It turned out to be really good. It broke down things like tar, bugs on the front of the car, bird muck. It made easy work of. And I was very impressed overall with it. I used it on the wheels and across the entire lower portion of the car. It worked really well on the grime in the fuel flap. That hadn't seen any cleaning products for a very long time. Working around the back of the car, I noticed there was quite a lot of areas that had just had a lot of road grime sat, probably for years, never been cleaned out properly. Areas like this around the spoiler. I then moved on to the Auto Finesse Iron Out. I used that on the wheels as well as on the bodywork on the entire car. It's an expensive product, but it worked really well, and the amount of iron fallout that the car showed that it bleeded out of the paintwork was concerning, to say the least. As you can see, it works very well on the wheels. And the amount of bleed out that there was on the entire car, all the panels, was ridiculous. I then gave the car a quick rinse off to try and remove some of the dirt that had been lifted from the paintwork and move some of the iron fallout from the paintwork. I made sure I paid attention to all the little crevices and nooks and crannies that the product could hide or that dirt could hide. After the car was thoroughly cleaned and dried off, I then moved on to the Rapid Dirt Shifter once again. I then took a pair of normal paint brushes. Obviously I don't own any detailing brushes, so I had to try and find something that I could work the product into the paint and into the crevices of the car with. I taped these brushes up around the metal on the end of the paintbrush just to make sure that I didn't get any scratches or anything like that when working in tight areas. It worked really well, as you can see by the amount of foam that was created when working in the Rapid Dirt Shifter. This being the first contact wash on the car, so to speak, was the most gentle approach that I could come up with at the time. I wanted to try and protect the near 20-year-old paintwork as much as possible when cleaning the car. then moved on to the Auto Glim shampoo conditioner. After reading the reviews again on Auto Express, I learnt that this was the best car shampoo for cutting into dirt, and obviously it being Auto Glim is a premium product, and I wanted to use something that would cut through the dirt and that I know wouldn't harm the paint itself. This foamed up quite well and it smelled lovely. Very citrusy, almost appley. It was hard to put my finger on what it smelled like, but it worked really well and really foamed up on the bodywork when applying it with a sponge and with the wash mitt. I moved on to the wash mitt to try and get more foam and to work the intricate areas of the car, go around all the little trims, go into all the little nooks and crannies on the car itself to make sure that I got everything off the paint. Although it doesn't look like it on the video, it did foam up really well. It's just the silver paint unfortunately hides it on camera. After finishing the paintwork, I moved on to the wheels to then retire the wash mitt after I'd washed the wheels. Obviously I didn't want to transfer any grounding dirt or even grit that the wheels could have been holding back onto the paintwork, so that mitt was discarded until it was properly clean later on. I then used the rapid dirt shifter again on the wheels, again working it in with the paintbrush this time, this obviously being the first time that I worked in the rapid dirt shifter on the wheels, but to try and get the most of the dirt off, or as much dirt as I could off of the wheels. I then went over it with a sponge just to get rid of that loose dirt that I'd created with the dirt shifter. After finishing the wheels, I then went around the door apertures and the doors themselves. Obviously going around all the edges and folds within the doors as much as I could, with as much detail as I possibly could, with the Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner. I used the all-purpose cleaner by first spraying it onto the cloth and then wiping the door with the cloth itself. After using the all-purpose cleaner, I then went around the entire car to try and polish all the little scratches with T-Cut. I then buffed it off with a clean microfiber cloth, and obviously I was thinking at this point, I wish I had a machine polisher and some sort of, polishing resin or something along those lines to try and correct the paintwork with properly. But I didn't have those, and I certainly didn't have a clay bar, which is something that I would have wanted to have done before correcting any paintwork, so this had to do. The rear quarter panel had some sort of sticky substance on it. It almost looked like cement, but then was tacky, like a sticker had been applied to the rear quarter at some point. This was the biggest pain to try and remove, and I must have spent about 40 minutes on this area trying to get it off precisely without damaging the paintwork. I then moved on to use the Tetrasil triple polish wax. This product works really well, it gives really good beading and is really affordable. 2 weeks down the line it's still got good beading, although the car does need a good rinse now with road grime and whatnot, but I predict that the car will rinse off quite well, even though this was 2 weeks ago when the car was polished, and hopefully we'll still see some beading. At this point it was getting late, and I think it was about 4 hours into cleaning the car, so naturally I was losing the will to live and considering drinking the rest of the Auto Finesse iron out. I refrained and instead wrapped up the camera and applied Meguiar's Endurance Tyre Gel, Meguiar's Ultimate Black Bumper Black and Rain X to all the windows in and out to try and get the job done as quickly as possible.